Disney Channel slow. 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months. Never done before. Past all the competition, man. PewDiePie is next. Man, I'm popping all these checks. Got the brand new Rolex. And it matched the Lambo too. And they're coming with the crew. This is Team.
What's up, frickin' frickers? I'm joking. We are doing some more llama arts. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. It's maybe a short one, who knows? This one's called Scary Hallucinations.
The thing about the story, I wasn't tired. Me and the family were on vacation to some resort in a very rural area of Pennsylvania to make the setting creepier. There weren't many young people there for me and my brothers to hang out with. It seemed like more of an adult resort. But then one day when I was walking outside of the main lodge of the resort, I, for some reason, looked up to a window on the second floor and saw a teenage girl looking down at me. From that distance, she looked kind of cute, so I gave her a wave, but she didn't show any sign of reaction, so I just moved on.
Ooh,
However,
cold shoulder.
later that same day,
I know how that feels,
I was
man.
so bored that I was sitting on the swing set at the little playground of the resort, and that's when I saw the same girl again. She was a little ways away from me, down past the playground, close to the tree line, and she was just standing there, staring at me. Being a teenage guy, my hormones controlled my body, and so I got off the swing and began walking over to her. As I started getting closer to her...
You can do it, man. Come on. Get asked for a number, play it off. Do what I do. Try and be friends with her, All that. Try and, be good friends with her. Be a shoulder for her to cry on, listen to her. Let her know that, you also want to be listened to, Be confident. Don't be obnoxious, right? Don't even know if I said that right. But yeah, man, just do that, you can get all the ladies.
I realized she wasn't as cute.
It's worked 90% for me.
As I thought she was.
Oh.
There was something about her face that just gave off a...
Looks don't matter, it's personality. Well, at least that's for me.
Creepy vibe.
Oh, jeez.
I put my finger on it.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean, man. But, don't judge a book by its cover,
But if I had to say, I think it would have to do with her eyes and her mouth. I'd say once I got about halfway over to her, she
Those are some big eyes.
Turned around completely and ran into the woods. And I mean, she full-on ran.
Oof. 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 Man. He's not having a good day today, is he?
Into the woods. I stopped in my tracks, completely turned off. This girl seemed like a freaky stalker. I didn't see her the rest of our stay at the resort.
Hey, portable t-shirt.
During the car ride home, miles and miles away from the resort, I was thinking about her. Oh, maybe if I followed her into the woods, I could have gotten laid. Even...
Nah. I think you would have been slapped across the face and gotten a restraining order. Who knows?
Oh, there was something off about her face. But then what I saw next made me feel like my heart dropped into my stomach. Looking down ahead, I saw the same girl standing by the tree line on the side of the highway.
Hi.
As we sped past her, I saw her head turn so that she
Bye.
was always looking right at me, even through the tinted minivan windows. I asked my parents if they saw her, and they just responded, "Saw who?" Soon after...
Hey, she looks familiar. The mum I'm talking about. I don't know.
I accepted that it was all in my head, and that the girl was never even there.
Imaginary girlfriends, huh? This one's called Trick or Treat Stories Animated.
It was Halloween night of 2007, freshman year in high school, and I was with my friends, Ivan, Ryan, and Jesse. We were all dressed as the Superman.
Hey, it's the remember that other video? It was like that weird guy when I went camping, and he was like some weird guy was laughing. He was touching the tent. It's those four.
Mario
Yeah.
characters. I was Luigi since I was the second tallest. Ivan was Mario since he's short and buff. Not that Mario is buff. Jesse was Waluigi because
And you know, that's a nice chin.
he's freakishly tall and skinny. And Ryan was Wario because he's just really fat. So
Hey, no body shaming. Only I do that.
they were the perfect group costumes for us. We live in a very non-congested suburban neighborhood with a decent amount of space in between houses. On Halloween, that's the worst thing ever. Less bang for your buck. We were trick-or-treating for hours, way past dark, and eventually came the time when most trick-or-treaters were heading home. My feet started to hurt, and I had to constantly switch arms for holding the now 10-pound pillow sack of candy, but we planned on going until our bags were completely full. A lot of the houses by now weren't answering anymore. It was probably past their cutoff time for giving candy to trick-or-treaters. Approaching our next house, we saw a purple bucket on the stoop, which was the best feeling ever. I was the one to get close enough to realize it was empty, which was the worst feeling ever. I turned around when I heard a knock at the window of the house. We all looked at the window. Couldn't see anyone, but heard someone call out, "Wait."
What do you
The
want,
door
huh,
opened, and
punk?
an older man, late
Oh,
40s,
sorry, dude.
already balding, stepped up
Oh, okay, I was balding. Okay, I was about to make a forehead joke. Alright.
outside. He told us to come inside so he can get us some more candy. I said we could just wait out here. He responded saying something along the lines of, "Nonsense, come on in, we'll get you your candy."
First of all, I saw a pair of eyes. Second of all, no, dude. Why don't you come here and get some candy, bruh? Cause I ain't taking your candy, bruh. So, yeah.
Ivan stepped in and said, "It's alright. Come on, Dan, let's go." I told the guy to take care and apologized. He just stood there watching as we walked off, not saying anything. I felt bad, but at the same time, that guy seemed like a creeper, and I figured I just dodged a bullet.
Oh my god. Really? Some random old man who's balding tells you to come inside, you know, it's a stranger too, tells you to come inside because he has free candy. Probably, he might even drive a white van. You think he's a creeper. Jeez, people.
But not going in there. If the story ended there, it wouldn't be scary, so of course it didn't end there. We skipped a few of the guy's neighboring
So is the rest made up? Is that what he's saying, huh? Punk.
houses just to get further away and continued on with our business. We were walking down close to the nature preserve.
Yo, what the hell is that thing? Is it like one of those Wizard old things? You know, like those monkeys with the wings? Do you see what I'm talking about, like the one on the tree?
Now, so there weren't many houses around us.
Shut up, Wizard of Oz thing.
At this point, we were now walking back closer to Jesse's house. I noticed Ryan had stopped walking, and I turned around to see what's up. He said he heard someone moving from behind the trees in the preserve. Now, this was before everyone's phones had flashlights, so we couldn't just go searching in the woods for someone. Besides, we were just telling Ryan that it must have been a raccoon or something. You may think this is a bit of a cliche, but when things like this happen in real life, you always assume the more logical possibility. It's just natural. Why would we assume we were being followed? I had to put my arm around Ryan's shoulder and nudge him forward. A little ways down the street, me and Ivan picked up on the sound as well. When we all stopped, the sounds of the footsteps from beyond the trees stopped as well.
If I was there, I'd stand behind like the really small guy. Only because he's got a nice chin. And also, he looks the strongest. There's like the other two are lanky, and the other guy's just fat.
Ivan yelled at the obvious stalker to go away, or we would beat the shit out of them. I knew he was just bluffing, though.
Are you
I
sure?
could hear the nervousness in his voice. The snap of a twig from beyond the trees triggered a fight-or-flight response in all of us. Me, Jesse, and Ryan all ran for it. Ivan was at first charging to attack, but he quickly followed after realizing we had all taken off. We ran down the dark street, and we all noticed the sounds of at least
Look at where they're running.
2 or 3 pairs of footsteps crushing the twigs and leaves in the woods. We banked it hard right down Jesse Street when it finally came up and ran straight for his backyard, entering his house through the back door. The first thing we did was peek out through his living room window. We couldn't see anyone. We all had to gather our thoughts and discuss what the hell just went down in his living room, when all of a sudden we heard Jesse's backyard gate slam shut. Jesse dove to turn off the lights. There was a click and a bang from down in the den. It was more than likely Jesse's back door. We all agreed to go down armed with knives and face them. Jesse turned on his back door light, but there was nobody out there. Just then the front door opened, and we all screamed like animals. Jesse's mom and sisters came rushing downstairs. They had just gotten home from their friend's little house party. We all rested assured knowing it was just them. Jesse explained what happened, but made it seem a lot less dramatic. Me and Ivan went home after that and called it a night. At 12:30 a.m., I got a disturbing text message. It was from Jesse. It said, "It wasn't my mom." I texted back saying, "What?" He responded back quickly, saying, "It wasn't my mom in the backyard." My fingers slammed the buttons on my phone, responding back, "What do you mean?" There was a long pause before he finally told me that his mom and sisters said they never went in the backyard. I told him to immediately check the backyard from his upper deck. He had already done just that. He also told his mom everything, and she had already called the police. They didn't find anyone back there, but Jesse did mention the guy who invited us in while trick-or-treating. Nothing ever became of that, and nothing ever...
Don't know what's wrong with Zelda. I think that's a Doctor Who character. Slender Man. And Jeff the Killer's gotten... Kermit, he looks like, Jeff the Killer there looks like Kermit the Frog. But like Kermit the Frog got drowned in, like, bleach. Like someone just chucked his whole body in like a big bucket of bleach. That's what it looks like.
happened at Jesse's house again after that one Halloween night.
Oh my god. The story, like, it was a tiny bit scary, but I only jumped because of like the sound effect. It was also super loud in my ears. Okay, one more. Pizza delivery stories number 2. No, not pizza delivery. No, I hate this one. These ones are so scary.
I'll never forget this.
It's 9:04.
The pizza place I worked at was about to close, and I was getting ready to go home when the phone rang. I was working the counter alone that night, so I was taking calls. I picked up the phone. There was complete silence, so I hung up. About a minute later, the phone rings again, so I pick up again. Still silence. I was about to hang up.
I've done that a couple of times before. Just call someone, put them on hold. I'm very annoying. Sometimes annoying myself.
Again, when I heard the very weak and cold voice of an old woman on the other end. She said she wanted a regular pie delivered. I remained polite on the phone.
What's up with all these pizza places just getting pies? And just people stabbing them in the back, legit, like literally. People are running up behind them and go stab, stab, stab. Last time it was the tires, but still, you know what I mean.
But on the inside I was screaming. I just wanted to get home and end my shift. I called out to my boss that somebody is requesting a delivery. He told me I had to go. I was upset at first, but I realized it's another tip, and the old ones usually tip the most, so I decided it was okay. I took down the address and told her I would be there soon, but she had already hung up. I thought that was rude, but I ignored it and yelled to the chef that I needed one regular. My boss told me to just go home after the delivery as the place would be closed. So a little before 10 o'clock, I got in my car and put the address into my GPS. The house was 7 miles away. The GPS took me to the quiet side of town. I arrived to the house. It was a small, one-floor house on a very quiet and empty block. I took the pizza and walked up to the door and rang the doorbell. There were no lights on in the house. I hoped that she hadn't given me the wrong address. I rang the doorbell again. There was still no answer. I was about to give up when I turned my head and saw somebody standing at the window. I got a little freaked out and backed up at first, but I eventually got closer to the window to see the person.
No.
It was an old woman, probably in her late 70s.
She alive?
She was just staring at me with a blank expression.
I don't think she's even
I yelled to
alive.
her through the glass that I had her pizza. She didn't react to what I
Hey,
said,
didn't you have a
so I
pie?
screamed it louder. A big smile ran across her face. Not
Oh,
a pleasant,
at
genuine
least
smile.
she's alive.
It was a smile that sent chills down my spine. I still remember that exact face she made through the window. I decided that I was freaked out enough and got back to my car and set the pizza in the passenger seat. I had to text my boss about this. I shot him a quick text and started my car, ready to get the hell away. I looked to my right to get one more look. I see the woman standing right outside my passenger side window, giving me the same stare she had given me before. I put my car in drive and floored it down the street, not looking back. My boss never made me do it.
I was planning on doing this video outside, just for more of an effect. I'm glad I did not do that because I would be paralyzed. Well, that'll be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. There will be 2 more videos coming. 2 or 3. Not 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I shall see you all next video. Bye bye.